Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, chapter 9, text 37. Please repeat after me. Tubhyam mad vichikitsayam atma me darshito bahi nalena salile moolam pushkarasya vichinvata tubhyam mad vichikitsayam atma me darshito bahi nalena salile moolam pushkarasya vichinvataha. Prabhus. Tubhyam mad vichikitsayam atma me darshito bahi nalena salile moolam pushkarasya vichinvataha. Tubhyam mad vichikitsayam atma me darshito bahi nalena salile moolam pushkarasya. Mataji. Tubhyam mad vichikitsayam nalena salile moolam mad vichikitsayam atma me darshito bahi nalena salile moolam pushkarasya. Please repeat after me. Tubhyam, unto you, mat, me, vichikitsayam, on your trying to know, atma, self, me, of myself, exhibited, abahi, from within, nalena, through the stem, shalile, in the water, moolam, root, pushkarasya, of the lotus, the primeval source, vichinvataha, contemplating. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Please repeat after me the translation. When you were contemplating whether there was a source to the stem of the lotus of your birth, and you even entered into the stem, you could not trace out anything. But at that time, I manifested my form from within. So when you were contemplating whether there was a source to the stem of the lotus of your birth, and you even entered into that stem, you could not trace out anything. But at that time I manifested my form from within. The personality of Godhead can be experienced only by His causeless mercy, not by mental speculation, nor with the help of the material senses. Material senses cannot approach the transcendental understanding of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He can be appreciated only by submissive devotional service when he reveals himself before the devotee. Only by love of Godhead can one know God and not otherwise. The personality of Godhead cannot be seen with the material eyes, but he can be seen from within by spiritual eyes, opened by the ointment of love of Godhead. As long as one's spiritual eyes are closed due to the dirty covering of matter, one cannot see the Lord. But when the dirt is removed by the process of devotional service, one can see the Lord. Without a doubt, Brahma's personal endeavor to see the root of the lotus pipe failed. But when the Lord was satisfied by his penance and devotion, he revealed himself from within with no external endeavor.
ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमति भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी इति नाम्ने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। वंदे अहम श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगण ललिता विशाखान्वितं च तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी विश्वभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरि। वंशा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति सुभाग। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्त हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम। So here Brahma is praying to the Lord for creating energy. So here the verse 38 of third canto, no? 37, sorry. He's saying, Tubham mat vichikitsvayam atma me dorshito bahi. बही नाले न सलिले मूलं पुष्करस्य विचिन्नित। When you are contemplating, the Lord is saying, Lord is saying to our previous Acharya, Brahma, we are from Brahma Samudaya, contemplating whether there was a source to the stem of the lotus of your birth. You even entered into that stem. You could not trace out anything. But at that time, I manifested my form from within. Manifested. Like that, many places this sort of saying, manifest. And the purport saying, personality of Godhead can be experienced only by His causeless mercy, not by mental speculation or with the help of material senses. God is sometimes called Adhoksaja. There is a Srimad Bhagavatam first canto is saying somewhere, Sabai Pungsang Paro Dharma. Supreme Dharma is Jato Bhaktir Adhoksaja. This term Adhoksaja means Adha Kitang Aksajang Gyanam Jatat. And you know, Sanskrit is very simple. That means with the material senses or material instrument, you cannot detect something in the instrument. Any science student know that? You detect this is there, this is there. Yeah? No, you cannot do that. It's up to him. If he likes, there is another place Bhagavad Gita Krishna says, Naham Prakasha, I don't manifest myself to anybody, everybody. Naham Prakasha. Then another place he said, to who can know him? He's saying, Vedaisya sarvai ahame, Vedeshu sudurlabhaya. Our Guru, this Brahma, he realized after his 100 years, his 100 years we cannot think of, I think. You know, in Bhagavad Gita, his 12 hours, we know, Sahasra Juga. That means 432 most probably lakhs of years, our solar years, like that. I don't know, I forgot, maybe what is. Usually, now Kali Yuga, 4,32,000 years. Only 5,000 years gone out of it. Now, say the one before previous is 8 lakhs something. Then before that, Treta Yuga, maybe 12 lakhs something. And the one Sattva Yuga, 20 lakhs. So you add, maybe it will come out something like this. So this is this multiplied by 10 to the power 3,000, that is the 12 hours of a day of Brahma. Within that time, once there will be dissolution, half of the universe. And when he lives and life is finished, then will be another one. This is what I know. Please, if I am wrong, please correct me. I am sorry. I am getting old, 84 years. I forget many things. I have got here some senior, my godbrothers, who did so much, know so much. But what I learned from Prabhupada and remember saying. So, only by his causeless mercy, is also his devotee also like that. They said, if somebody want to know absolute truth, Krishna is saying, tad viddhi. In order to understand, viddhi. Viddhatu means to know. From the viddhatu come the Veda. Veda means knowledge. Spiritual, material, both. And we know, nobody can understand Veda. Krishna says, only I understand. And purpose of Veda is to know Krishna. Vedaisya sarvai ahameva Veda. Vedantukit, I compile Veda as a Vasudev. So ahameva Vedantukit, Veda Vicha, I only know Veda. We know Veda, there is a Rik, Sam, Joju, Atharva. And even the oldest scholars of the world always admit that Veda is the oldest book of knowledge. Veda. There are many civilizations there. And they say among them, the Veda there is branches, Rik, Sam, Joju, Atharva. So they say this Rig Veda is the oldest book of knowledge in the world. So this only one is Brahminical qualified supposed to. The Veda is called Shruti. What do they hear from their guru? No, then he tells his disciple. And at that time there's good brahmachari, they could simply hearing, you can learn everything. There's a Veda is called Shruti. Also, there is another part called Sriti. Remember, Shruti Sriti. This Veda is Shruti Sriti, and this Veda is full of all these Upanishads. Among them, 108 Upanishads, most famous. Prabhupada, one of the oldest one, Isha Upanishad. Ish means controller. And God is the controller, supreme. He is called Parameshwara. That Brahma realized when after 100 years devotional service, before doing, he heard. When he's climbing down, I don't know whether already have gone through that. He heard, when he's confused, he heard Tapa. That means render devotional service. So it is said, Atah Sri Krishna Namadi no bhavet grahayam indriyoi. With these material senses, you cannot understand, scholar, God, which most of them try to do. I remember once, there is a famous Oxford professor came to see Prabhupada in the manner. No. And he said, Swamiji, I also wrote, translated Bhagavad Gita. I saw. His name is Professor Zenar, as far as I remember. Then Prabhupada is not saying anything, remained silent. He said, but what you wrote, I don't see in the dictionary all this meaning. It doesn't tally what you are writing, the word meaning is not in the dictionary. Prabhupada still not saying anything. Then after that, when he's going, Prabhupada said, please take our prasad and give him. Nice prasad. Then Prabhupada said, in Sanskrit they say, phalena parichayate, from the result you can judge. Before Prabhupada wrote this Bhagavad Gita as it is, one American lady asked Prabhupada, why you are writing another, already so many. Prabhupada said, there may be more than 650 translations by famous men, so-called scholars, philosophers, Isharud, Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, Gandhi. But Prabhupada said, so what about, then Prabhupada said, I understand, they are giving their own interpretation, what they think. Just like, there is already Kurukshetra. From Delhi, if you go 5 hours drive, I went, there is Kurukshetra. Prabhupada wanted to have some institution. Exactly when Krishna said Bhagavad Gita, that's what. Government, at that time, Deputy Prime Minister, he came to see Prabhupada. Prabhupada went there first with some of his disciples. Maybe Brahmananda, a few others, I am not there. But when he came back, I was with Prabhupada. There, he emphasizing, I want to, Swamiji, I want to make it a tourist spot. I give you a land, 100 meters from there, you do it. But Prabhupada is adamant. Prabhupada must have that land. And he also owned, give that. He said, I am giving near you. I have a plan. And ultimately it was not settled. So later on, government gave land which is near there. Now, if you go, huge temple is there. More than 100 years far from there. But it's a huge temple, almost ready. Prabhupada wanted. So what I was saying, Adulava, but there it's saying, Vedeshu Sudulava, our Brahma, our Guru, he's saying his realization is, by studying Veda, you cannot understand. Adulavam Atma Bhakta. But if he is a devotee of Krishna, one who renders submissive, loving, devotional service, for him it is not difficult to understand God. That is why Krishna, on the concluding chapter Bhagavad Gita saying, anybody? Only by bhakti, bhakta mam abhijanati, javan jasmi tattata. Factually, tattata means factually, scientifically. Vedeshu sudula, acha, bhakta ham abhijanati, javan jasmi tattata. Tato mam tattata gata, knowing me factually, vishade tadam. Vishade means, Sanskrit word means to enter into the mystery of the kingdom of God. This is only the way. So Prabhupada says then, You see, now when our Bhagavad Gita as it is came, and Prabhupada asked Brahmananda to go to Macmillan and other. And I don't know, Brahmananda read his experience, maybe he's not sure, such a big company, Prabhupada's book will. He doesn't know a Brahmin, what he says, it will happen. You are perfect Brahmin, what you say, it will happen. You see that little boy, Brahmin means not got initiation. Krishna says, what is Brahmin? One who knows I am not this body. You realize I am not this body? Your action will tell. Yeah? He controls his mind, controls his senses. Samo, damo, tapo. Do tapasya, get up early in the morning, not sleeping till 4 o'clock. Saucham, neat and clean, not external cleaning. Many in cold places don't like to take bath. Long time. Anywhere, India also. I ask. Khanti, आपको internal आपको saucham there. There is a Brahmin is called Suchi. Prabhupada used to say, don't be Muchi, be Suchi. Muchi hoy Suchi, Jodi Krishna bhaje. Even a cobbler can go back to Godhead. Whereas we see big scholar, he has got so many disciples. What Krishna says, that story everybody knows. Once Narad Muni going, make it short, don't mind. You know all these things. I'm just repeating what Prabhupada said, I don't know. The scholar, he has got many students, disciples. He made Vedanta all his studies and teach them all the Shastra. He said, see, who is going? Chanting Hare Krishna? It was Narad Muni, called him. Narad Muni, can you do me a favor? Yes. Now, where are you going? I'm going to Vaikuntha. This is my business. Prabhupada says, sometime there is a saying, what is a mullah? Somebody asks, where are you going? My business is only go from one masjid, next another masjid. So Prabhupada sometimes says, my business also. One ISKCON center to another center to enlighten. Yeah? So Narad Muni said, my business is only glorify the Lord and go and see Him. Oh, you are going to see Vaikuntha, the Lord. Can you do me a favor? Yes? I am explaining all Vedanta, everything to my student. So long time, everything I do. So what about my future? Then when I will go back to Godhead, that means, can you ask the Lord? Oh yes, I will ask. Then again one cobbler, excuse me, one cobbler, he is chanting Hare Krishna, humble. You know, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says you have to be humble. Surrender means be humble, submissive. Here, Hare, who is chanting Hare Krishna? He was chanting, likes, devotee likes. Oh, Narad Muni, he paid Dandavat. What? Please come in my place. Make him sit. Give him, according to his means, seat, water, this, that, paying Dandavat, and saying, Narad Muni, I am so Subhag, I am so fortunate seeing great devotee Narad Muni. Well, no, tell what? Where are you going? I said, yes, I am going to see the Lord in Vaikuntha. Oh, I see. Can you requesting him? What? Can you ask Lord when He will shower His mercy on me? That means when Lord allow me to serve Him in the, go back to the spiritual world and serve Him. Oh, yeah, I will ask. On his way back. On his way back. Okay, we know what happened. Then when Narad Muni inquired about both, the Lord said that scholar, Brahmin, I cannot tell when he will come back to me. Narad Muni is surprised. He knows everything with Vedanta. My dear Lord, I don't. Then what about that cobbler repairing shoe? He will come back soon. He will come back soon. Narad Muni was surprised how Lord could make decision like this. So he is expressing surprise to reaction to the Lord. Lord said, Narad Muni, you will all understand. Just simply, when you go back, if they ask you, you went to Vaikuntha, tell me what he was doing then, at that very moment. They will simply say that Lord was engaged with an elephant and is a small needle. Through the eye of the needle, he was passing an elephant from this side to that, from this side to other side. Simply say this. You will see how they react. At once you understand why I decided like make decision. Really? Okay. Okay, my Lord, whatever you say. They went, that scholar asked him, then actually nobody liked to give some negative news, huh? Pessimistic. He's little hesitating. So what Lord said? Narad Muni? Narad Muni is hesitating to tell. Then he said, looked at Narad Muni and said, okay, Narad Muni, you really went to Vaikuntha? He is doubting. Yes. So you asked Lord, he answered, yes. Why you are not telling? Lord says that, what? He could understand, must be something not he like. Tell me, what he was doing then? Tell, what he was doing? He went? Yes. Then he started telling, I understand now. All this sort of thing. Never come to say all these things to hear. Nobody will believe. At once, Narad Muni could understand. The Lord does some superhuman activity, huh? Something inconceivable. Our greatest philosopher, like Jiva Goswami, our Goswami, Prabhupada said, we should follow Goswami's path. Huh? Prabhupada said, Goswami, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught Goswami how to do devotional service. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself was doing like Radharani, nobody can do. And teaching. And Prabhupada told us, our path is Goswami's path. With feeling separation from Krishna, you serve him. That's the Goswami is doing. He Radhe Bhajato Like Dacharite na He Nanda Sunaha Kutaha Govardhana Padatale something. Kalindi Tate. You know that meaning. This is called Krishna Viraha. As Radharani says, when Krishna went to Mathura, He Dino, Madhavendra Puri chanted the Radharani's thing. This sloka, when Madhavendra Puri left his body, simply he was meditating on the sloka and telling, He Dino Dayadranath. One was very Dino, one who thinks himself, I am most insignificant, most fallen. He Dino Dayadranath, and he shows mercy to him, Krishna. He Dino Dayadranath, Lord of the fallen, insignificant. He Dino Dayadranath. Hey Mathura Natha, now you have become Lord of the Mathura. Everybody is after you. Now you have forgotten Vrindavan. Kadavalokkase. When I have your darshan, Radharani is expressing feeling of separation. Hidayam tadaloka. In absence of you, not seeing you. Brahmati, my heart or mind is becoming very unsteady, very chanchal, restless. Brahmati. Then another word he says. Katorang. Very aggrieved. Feeling separation. Then he said, King Karum Maham. Now what shall I do? This is the feeling of separation. Feeling helplessness. I think we believe more on our, what is called, ability, capacity, skill, talent. I did it. That is what you are thinking. I and mine. Janasya moham, Krishna says, this is the moha, maya, that I am doing, I am the doer. Actually, the three modes are the doer, according to Rukmini Mataji, telling Krishna. I think they are the king, they control everything. We are thinking, we are doing, we are like a puppet. In different modes, with different way we are acting. Yes or no? Hello? Yeah, this is subtle. You see a picture in Bhagavad Gita Prabhupada showing. So Prabhupada said, now look, I am not writing. I don't say I did translated all this. We saw Prabhupada sometime in his room, we saw Prabhupada reading Krishna book or his book. When he asked, Prabhupada said, yeah, these books are wonderful. Nah? Prabhupada said, I didn't write. Yes, I wrote, but actually Krishna is writing, dictating me, and I am just pen. Right? Prabhupada said like that. When he said, Prabhupada, you wrote all this book, you are reading your book? No. I think I am the pen, Krishna is writing, inspiring, and I am accordingly writing. Krishna is dictating. Another place, Ishvara sarva bhutanam hiddesho arjuna tishtati. Brahman sarva bhutani. In a machine we are sitting in a car, and in Upanishad thing, explaining this, the horses in a chariot are the senses, comparing. The body as the chariot, and the bridle holding the horses, control, are the mind. The mind controls the senses. Again, higher than mind is the intelligence. So intelligence is the person driving. And who is ordering, sitting, sometimes it's called the person. Or if that is person, this one is super soul. Super soul waiting. Are you asking him? If you don't ask, he won't say, unless you surrender. Otherwise, just like a bird in a tree, this body compared. You're going from one branch to another, sometimes comparing, depending on time, place, another. That means happiness and distress we are enjoying. Other birds, who is liberated, plenary expansion of the Lord, he is watching. When he give up this thing, happiness and distress, and ask for help, guidance to me. He is now Bohirmukh. Anadi Bohirmukh Jeev, Krishna bhuli gela. Because he want to enjoy, he forgot Krishna. He got absorbed in enjoyment. That is why Krishna Ved Puran Korila, Chaitanya Bhagavad, I think. Krishna has left this thing, Ved Puran, for guidance. So here guidance are more explained by Prabhupada. So Prabhupada said, so I did not say him anything. Gandhi wrote, Dharma Khetre Kurukshetra. Dharma Khetra is this, Kurukshetra is this body. Prabhupada told one of it this way, hey, read this verse and explain. And Gandhi is writing, misguiding people. His own concoction is writing. And another big scholar, international, Lord Knight, Sarvapalli Radhakishan, Prabhupada went there. He is considered one of the Eastern top philosophers. He knows, still he is writing the most confidential one sloka of Bhagavad Gita. Anybody know? Man mana bhava, always think of me. This is the sum and substance of our devotional service in Vidhi Bhakti. Smartabha Sartang Vishnu, always think of Vishnu Krishna. And again, negative, never forget him. This is the essence of devotional service, at least in the Vidhi Bhakti, what we are doing. And he said, we should not accept this, as Krishna said, it is not Krishna the person, we have to think of something deep, deep within Krishna. The Pope has commented, he only knows what is deep within Krishna. Nobody knows, everybody knows Krishna and his body and his mind is all non-different. It's all spiritual. Even anybody go to the spiritual, it's also something like that. Why is a big scholar, such a blunder is making? Misguided. And when Prabhupada wrote, when Prabhupada wrote, millions becoming bhaktas, simply reading Prabhupada's explanation. It's so simple. But at the same time, deep thing, very mysterious. Prabhupada very simple way explaining. And throughout the world appreciated. Millions. Still now, Prabhupada asking, distribute my book. And he most pleased. And we are fortunate, our Rameshwar, Prabhu, who did so much, Prabhupada says, he is my disciples among early days, top devotees, leader. He is the intelligent. Why? He is producing Prabhupada book, production, and trying to distribute. I remember. He used to come Mayapur. Don't know anything. I'm sorry, I'm fortunate. So you have been entered into the stem, you could not trace. Oh yes, one day in a temple, it was in Berry Place, stone's throw from British Museum, George Harrison helped us to get a temple there. There, 5-story building, small, near a pub, and it's the center of the London, near Oxford Street. Every day devotee go for chanting. Now, somewhere else, but like that same. Prabhupada was giving lecture in the early 70s, maybe 72, 3. And Prabhupada, after giving lecture, is full with devotees, but some outsider also there. Suddenly one lady, after finishing Prabhupada's lecture, said, Swamiji, you are talking about God, Krishna, but I cannot see. Prabhupada, listen. Yes, Mataji? You talked about so much Krishna, God. He is Indian lady. I cannot see. Prabhupada said to all his disciples sitting, you can see Krishna, anybody other? And curtain is open. Yes, Prabhupada, many. Show her. Yes. We know from this scripture. What? According to Odhikar, qualification, you can see. So the deity is called sometimes Vigraha. Is specially done according to scripture, 6 type of thing, with jewels, with wood, with a picture, with stone, with metal, and another, painting, clay, sand. So it's just like Prabhupada gave example, just like any box, it could be look like a post box. If you put your letter, it won't go. But if you put the authorized post box, it will definitely go. Yes? Exactly like the Prabhupada gives the example. According to scripture, like that. You worship the deity, we can see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu discussing that 2 Brahmin story. And Prabhupada said, ultimately these 2 Brahmin were a pure devotee. That's why Prabhupada wanted ISKCON devotees to first of all become Brahminically qualified in the mode of goodness. Get up early in the morning, take bath, and Brahma Muhurta, come to Mangalarati, clean clothes with tilak, follow 4 regulations strictly. Because Krishna said, Jesham to Anta, one who has given up sinful activity, he can be fixed in devotional side. He cannot sometime, even after doing Diksha, not doing. Therefore, Prabhupada said, this is anartha. Prabhupada said, but he give up, still is not going. Prabhupada said, he switch off the fan. And from at once he is not stopping. Slowly, slowly. So his habits, past habits, may come sometime. He may not be able. But gradually is strong. Give up. This is anartha nivritti. Adau Saddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajanakya, what Guru says, do. Then anartha nivritti. Then nishtha. Nishtha means nirantar. Means every day he is coming to Mangalarati. Every day finishing 16th hour. Nishtha. Then ruchi developed taste. Taste in Harikatha. Now we have got taste in, don't mind, prasad. Everybody like prasad? Hello? Haribol? That means we have yet to make more progress. Like Maharaj Parikshit, he is forgetting eating and sleeping. Let the snake come, he is fearless. Let the snake come and bite. You go on talking Krishna Katha. We have to come. You want to make progress, you have to come like that. That is the Goswamis. Nidja aharo bihariko vijito. Nidja. Nobody can avoid this. I think I am old. If I have not sleep, God, I feel whole day finished. I can't do anything. Not deep sleep. I have to find so many means. How can I deep sleep? Take hot milk or take a little warm bath. If we can. Good rest. But they forget. This is teaching. Who is advanced? This is bodily requirement. Suppose a cut down, makes 6 hours, don't sleep. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur, as he progressing, take milk and chapati twice in a day. Go to bed 8 o'clock, get up 12 o'clock. And Prabhupada, go to bed 11 o'clock, sometime get up 1 o'clock. Translating. We should not copy. We should take the principle. We can cut down. If we get a param this time, we have got a test. Now we have got test only prasadam. You have yet to go a long way. Like the Goswamis. Like devotional service, sadhu sadhu pade pade. You find more and more testimony, just like Jamunacharya is said, when I do devotional service, but suddenly the idea of sense enjoyment, sensual pleasure, man, lusty desire, comes. I spit on this idea. We can tell that, anybody? Now we should not copy. Be natural. I don't think we have come to that state. Some may, I'm just telling, don't mind. Forgive me, anybody come. You have to come. Prabhupada expect us. Prabhupada, this is the measurement. Scale, you judge. Nidja, aharo, bihara. That means other enjoyment. There are so many other type of enjoyment there. I don't want to mention, you know. I don't want to mention. Some may get angry if I say ice cream, mushroom, pizza. Don't mind. Please forgive me. Oh, but sometimes allows. I see now it is very much. Happy birthday to Krishna. I am not criticizing. But Krishna, I don't think say it. Patram pushpam kekom. I don't know, old devotee can make comment. But what I understood about was it is written what Krishna likes, did that and you take. You can do that also. But I am not criticizing. I am not criticizing, just telling. Suppose we go to the spiritual, Joy Vijay standing. He knows you like mushroom or like ice cream. I don't know, maybe I might have to face some problem, I think he may. I guess. Don't mind, I'm not criticizing anyway. The cake shop is there, you offered that. I don't know whether Krishna, I'll ask. Don't mind. As I know from Prabhupada one day, I tell you why. Prabhupada one day, I won't mention which temple, I told one day. One day went to the temple, and he asked, bring prasad, I am hungry. They brought prasad. I said, what is this? What I taught you? Rice, dal, sabji, puri. You know, some devotee wrote so many books on that. And Jamuna Mataji has become first prize, I think, Eastern cooking on this from Time magazine. And she wrote so many books. She is a great preacher. She wrote so many. How to. What is this? Early days, I taught chapati, rice, dal, apple chutney, so many things. You have all these things there, and you should offer to Krishna and take. What happened? Prabhupada, these are vegetable, local. Why? Prabhupada didn't say. He said, what I teach you, you can stick to it. One of your his habit is you don't stick to something. Just change, Can I have this? You have this, all these things? Rice, dal. Can you make it? Offer to Krishna? Somebody could understand. Then you become serious. Time to time they take noodles, things that. But most of the time, don't mind I am explaining, because this happened when Guru goes away, many things change. Of course, depending on time, place, circumstance, sometimes it's difficult, many things. Now some girls young, you teach him sewing, what is that, cleaning and cooking. They won't agree, they will want to study and earn money, then she will marry. Otherwise, she won't. There is reason there, you can understand. And so for the interest of the society, maybe they have got reason why they, change many things. In writing, maybe Bhagavad Gita, somebody told me, don't mind, I am going out of context if at all, just remind me. Maharaj, more than 2,000 places change and see here, the meaning is different. I say, you go and tell them, I can understand this. Prabhupada said, Prabhupada gave instruction, when I go, if you love me, you act like this way. So, if you like, you go and ask the authority. I won't ask. I can tell politely, I see this is different meaning, what was. So, there is edition of book of 1972, I think. What exactly what Prabhupada said, it is available, you can take it. You can take it. So, Bhaktivedanta Thakur says, don't try to see Krishna. You serve Krishna with love and devotion in such a way that one day he will manifest to you. I am like this, I am like that. Prabhupada Narad Muni's life telling, when Narad Muni saw, Dhruva saw, Lord, how Narad Muni told the mantra, this, that, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So 6 months, 6-year-old or something. Yeah, Dhruva saw the Lord in front of him standing. 2 Brahmins, he is a young Brahmin, he is talking to the deity because he knows according to scripture, he is a Brahmin. The deity is not different from Krishna. He said, and long time, again saying, please, in front of you, the other Brahmin promised to give his daughter in marriage, hand over to me. I am not aspiring, I am not into it to like a rich family's daughter marry. But he promised. I asked him not to promise. Offense. You have to keep this, and your family member may not like it. In India, this is common. When same status, they marry. Otherwise, there is problem. So many. So he is talking. He came, yes. He has such a faith. He said, yes. His son and family member said, you can bring some witness? Yes. My father promised this. He went, yes, yes. It's very simple. Really Brahmin in true sense, he has got all the quality. He went to the again 1200 or something, miles, or in those days on foot. You go from Vidyanagar to again. Vidyanagar means end of, I think, Odisha, near Andhra Pradesh somewhere. Quite far. And from there he is going. Again to Vrindavan. People believe that he may not come back again alive. So many things happen, dacoits, jungles. And he went, and in front of deity, just like talking to any other person, he started talking. Gopal, no answer. So long, you are the witness of this thing, now it is necessary. If you don't come for give witness. Then after a long time when he is doing like this, suddenly, grave voice, but sweet, is telling that if you are asking me to go, made of stone, this deity, I am me. How can stone can move? It is said, Prabhupada said, Krishna je bhaje se barachodu. One who is serving Krishna, he must be very intelligent. So at once replied that if stone can talk, nobody knows the stone can talk. If stone deity can talk, why not he can move? This is achinta. To common people it is achinta, yes? They cannot think of. That is why God is called abhichinta tattva, Brahma says. Even panthastu koti, even thousands of, hundreds of thousands years, with the speed of mind somebody goes, like Muni, Pungavanam, that means those who are sages, think philosophers, or Gyani or Yogi, still he cannot reach that Vaikuntha. Whereas devotee, Goloke Banivash, though he is in Goloka, he is also within the heart. Huh? And Lord can reveal to him. Narad Muni, life, Narad Muni had experienced the Lord. And Prabhupada commented, one who is incessantly in the service of Krishna engaged, he can feel the current of Krishna, his presence. He's saying that. It is not that you have to always see with the eyes. Sometimes you see the sadhu, the darshan. Darshan means not with the eyes you see. You can also feel somebody's experience. You can see the sadhu with the ear. Prabhupada met Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. He is hearing what he is saying. Didn't he? Prabhupada said, many come and go. My Guru Maharaj is giving lecture. I sit down. And his Guru says, I see this boy, his only qualification is others come and go, but he sit down. Whether understand or not, he is listening with rapt attention. Prabhupada said, this was my qualification. Prabhupada is teaching us. Simply by hearing. Bhakti Siddhanta, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Ramananda Rai, Sadhu Sadhan Tattva, they are discussing. And Ramananda Rai telling so many things. How to please God, how to achieve success in IMC. Then when everything is saying, Mahaprabhu is rejecting. He said, there is something higher you know tell. This is all external. Surrender external. Sannyas external. Then he said, when from a realized soul, you with submissive and humble attitude hear from him with rapt attention. The Bhakti Chaitanya said, right. Though God is Ajita, he can be Jita. Atasya Krishna Namadi no bhavet grajam. With his material senses, we cannot do that. See the Lord. Maya Jobhagneka Channam, Kunti Devi said. Though Krishna is in front of you everywhere, but nobody can see him. Duryodhana seeing Krishna, he understood he is God. That means he could not realize it's God. There is no magic. But Krishna is God. Vishnu knew, Pancha Pandav knew, because they are Bhakta. Vibhishan knew Ram is God, Ravan not. This is what we know. Well, time is over. I am sorry, there is an instruction here. I don't want to violate Baba. I am not. Question answer. 9 a.m. comment, finish within. Still, I am taking little chance. I am coming after a long time to temple. So may I ask any comment? There are some godbrothers there, very old, senior me. And if I make mistake, I ask forgiveness, can correct me. And any question, comment on this? Please. Lord was satisfied with his penance and devotion. And this is another place Prabhupada said, penance, Lord says, my heart. That means he likes it. Heart relates to love. So ultimately bhakti means love. So our Brahma said, who can see Krishna? He said, Premanjana Churita, one has got love, loving ointment in his eyes. His eyes are anointed with the saliva of kajal, ointment of love. He can see me. He can see. That means rendering devotional service. Yes?
Hare Krishna, dear Maharaj.
Yes.
Please accept my humble obeisances.
Yes.
Maharaj, just now you said that surrender is external. I could not understand. Can you please explain it?
Just now you mentioned surrender is external.
Oh, this is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. I am just repeating. You see that. Why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that? Surrender is the beginning for devotional. This I know. Chaitanya wants something very tangible. Though God is Ajita, we can be conquered. If you give submissive oral reception, Srutapanta, to a self-realized soul, like Prabhupada, and throughout the world so many devotees are now hearing Prabhupada's lecture. Make sense? Yeah, yes. Rameshwar Prabhu.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
asceticism of Lord Brahma, and in other places we read Dhruva Maharaj, all these different devotees that perform penance in order to seek God.
What he
Now,
said?
here's my question.
Huh.
We all are I am so tiny.
Huh.
I cannot do what they did. So what chance, how can someone as tiny as me follow in those footsteps in my tiny life here on earth, in the tiny human body, to achieve that result? We're not Brahma. I'm not Brahma. I'm not Dhruva.
Yeah.
I'm not Prahlad.
Yeah, yeah.
How can someone as small as me hope to achieve that?
Good question. No? I will say, I don't know, you, that is the qualification. When I really I mean that I am so fallen and insignificant, he can expect mercy from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is why he is Mahabhadarna. Dinere odhik in Chaitanya Bhagavad he said, one who feels how insignificant and yet which we don't feel. What Brahma even, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, once came to Dwaraka, he said, I have created this universe. He has got this feeling, I and mine. Oh. So he's saying, tell Krishna, Brahma has come to see him. So he went there and Krishna understand. Krishna said, ask him, which Brahma? He came, the gatekeeper asked him. Krishna asked, which Brahma you are? What? He thought there is only one Brahma. Then he came, before paying obeisance, he's thinking, he said, before asking anything, paying obeisance, can I ask you one question? Is there any other Brahma other than me? Krishna simply smiled. And he, moment he, with this crown, four-headed Brahma, he saw 10 head, more than him, bigger. 100 head, 1,000 head, more and more. He feels, he is like a mosquito in front of a big elephant, chubby. So one who really thinks God knows, one is, so Chaitanya Bhagavad says, the one who knows how insignificant I am, and fallen, that he can attract and acclaim the mercy of the Lord. That is Chaitanya.
Thank you, Maharaj.
But we can say, I remember Prabhupada, some devotees say, Prabhupada, I know, I am Muslim. Tell me, Prabhupada, after this, he say, you are not that. Prabhupada knows his mind. He just lip service doing. It's natural, we can sometimes make sense. Please, you correct me because you are experienced. He did so much service and Prabhupada highly appreciate. He has a very big responsibility, Book, district printing, or book, any other. Yes. Out of context.
It's different from what you have been so kindly explaining.
Yeah, I am explaining, just repeating Prabhupada and other. I
this-
don't say idealize this thing.
But this lotus stem,
Just purification.
all the ingredients of all the universe, planetary
Yeah,
systems,
yeah.
they're
It
all
will-
inside this lotus
yeah.
stem, and Lord Brahma is appearing on top. How big is Lord Brahma?
How?
How big is Lord Brahma?
I don't. I am sorry, I don't say I know.
If the whole universe is,
Yeah.
everything is in the stem and he comes out on top,
Yeah.
he must be very big.
Yeah. Yeah. That is why I know you may know, sometimes our, those who are artists making picture, so many questions they ask Prabhupada. How you will paint all these things? People will ask us. You have seen like this? Prabhupada answered also. Very nice. So,
Shai Vishnu,
yeah.
that the whole
From his body, You can think of all the universes coming from the pores of his, and he's living there. Prabhupada said, just a dark room. There is a aperture, small window. From there, sunlight is coming. You see so many small, small particles like that from the body of Mahavishnu is coming. How big is good question. How big is Mahavishnu? You can think of the body in the casual. Some say he is floating in the water. Garbhodakshai. Now, how is this water coming? Prabhupada says, from his body. When it's a hot weather, you will find from your body. Prabhupada says, 1 cup full of water you will find. He's perspiring. Prabhupada give this example. Why God cannot create more water? Prabhupada asked once in Chennai, one scientist, Acha, you say all these things, so can I ask us a question? That this, even this Pacific Ocean, nothing, just like a drop in this universe. Huh? So much water in our calculation. And Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean. It requires, water means 2 molecule hydrogen, anybody scientist, student, chemistry, and 1 molecule water, huh? H2O. So, 2H2O. So, it requires so much hydrogen and oxygen. Who and where from they brought this so much oxygen, so much hydrogen? What is the source? Please tell. Cannot tell. That's why Upanishad say he is a frog in a 3 feet well, and somebody coming from big reservoir of water, Pacific Ocean, and they are talking. And these guys say 3 feet. How big is your reservoir to come from? 4 feet? 5? Okay, 6, 10, 100? He said, no, 1,000, million, no. How he can with this scale? He cannot. So-called scientists are like that, purpose, compared. Dr. Frog in a well. I remember in a train I was going and distributing BI books, our boys. Suddenly one guy, he is a university scholar. Then I gave that example. He took the book. He liked BI book. Where are you going? I said, Banaras Hindu University. So you go there, preach. I said, yes. Then I gave that example. Suddenly he's saying, look, he's thinking I'm like frog. I said, no. I don't think you are a frog. This is Upanishad say. Your way of thinking is like this frog. This is your measurement because you have got a limit. You cannot think of, and cannot think of New York City or even Krishnanagar or Mayapur village, how big it is. But it's there. It's a relative world according to Einstein. So everything is here relative. You cannot understand. Any other? 9, 10. Yeah. Yes. Who's that? Hello?
First, when we think we want to enjoy, so directly we come from Golok to the material world. But when we want to liberate, when we think that we want to get liberated, but we don't go directly, why?
What are you saying?
Because when we are in Goloka, we want to enjoy. So when the moment we think that we want to enjoy
You
alone,
are in Goloka before?
no, I'm just telling.
Prabhupada exactly didn't say. Prabhupada said, we were Krishna conscious. This is a big debate on this. Where the living entity come from? Ask, he knows. This is a big debate on it. Is living entity fell from the spiritual world? Or like that. This is a big debate because of the Joy Vijay thing. And ISKCON passed some law, you will accept this. Prabhupada said, we don't fall. Krishna said, we don't fall. It could be there, rest of the year. Krishna wanted to fight, that is why this thing happened. You understand? Just like, suppose, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, I think, instruction this. When we fell down, so this answer, Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, last night you slept? You slept?
Yeah.
Acha. Everybody slept? Can anybody tell the exact moment when you fell asleep? When you become unconscious? Anybody? Nobody can tell. This is something like that. From time immemorial. We are here. Nityabadha. So better, thank you. Please bless me. No, it's okay. You bless me so that I can repeat only what I learned from Prabhupada, not my own. Thank you. You did great service, you know, please bless me. Thank you. Yes. He did so much service, I cannot tell you. Yes. Any other? No. If somebody remains silent, according to scripture, maunang sammatim lakkanam. He accepts all these things. So you all accept? Yes. Most of you saying 65%. Not others. Doubtful, I tell you. Sangshayatta vinasati. He will neither be happy here nor next his destination. Try to be happy. Then accept what Krishna says. Thank you very much. Haribol. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. What Prabhupada said. Huh? Hey, you announced that thing going there?